The other one is in the bedroom.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it's Nicole. I wanted to make a public service announcement. I work at the Valley Hospital and we're in desperate need of masks. If anybody has any leads on masks or, contacts, please let me know because we are in desperate need of masks as, every other hospital is. We have a ton of patients and there's a lot going on over there. So any help is great. You could reach out to me. I'll give you my phone number. But I just wanted to put that out there because it's crazy right now.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole.
Yeah. Hey, Nicole, I have Nicole, let me show you what I have. Hold on. So, Nicole, I have these. If you want, I have 2 of these. Could you use them?
At this point, we're really looking for the N95s. That's for the nursing staff that has to go into the patient rooms.
Okay.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
No, because they're in my house here. If you decide that, push comes to shove and you want something, I have these 2 you can have. All right. I have one in my dentist office that I just keep reusing when I go out.
Yeah.
On the occasions, okay?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, guys. Saturday. Saturday is a good day. Paul is here, Liz is here, Vivian, awesome. Okay, guys. Here's the deal.
And by the way, this is a great company. Perform Better. I love my kettlebell.
Oh, you like it? Okay, cool.
I ordered it like 4 days ago and it came like within less than a week.
Yes, I've used them years ago. I actually knew the guy who.
You can push them and they will give you like a 15% off. So I did push them and they gave me a 15% off discount. So
That's cool. And they deliver fast too.
they did very fast.
Yeah, they usually keep a good stock of products.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So today's workout is going to be long. And even if you're not part of the challenge, I encourage you to jump on the challenge anyway. So this gives you 150 steps because we're counting, in this case, only thrusters, right? Which is a replacement for a wall ball. So just to show you what the workout is, it's called Kelly. It's a benchmark workout, and it's 5 rounds. And 5 rounds, you're going to be running either outside or in place or shuttle runs. I'm going to do shuttle runs today, right? So what we're going to do for running is 2 minutes. 2 minutes of running, roughly each round, and that's what we're going to keep it at, right? If you're doing it in place or at home, 2 minutes, 145 is okay, 130. You can kind of like manage it a little bit more individually, right? If normally 400 meter distance is a little too long for you, so maybe cut the time. Like if you're running 200 meters normally, then do it for a minute, and that's fine. For 400 meters, it's roughly about 130 to 2 minutes, 145 to 2 minutes. So we're going to keep it 2 minutes if you're doing it at home and you're not going out. Then we're gonna do 30 jumps. And in the workout, it was supposed to be jumping on top of something. However, just to caution again, we've done these workouts before. You want to make sure you're 100% confident, and not only in your ability to jump, but also in what you jump on, right? So it doesn't collapse, because chairs are not the most sturdy objects to jump on. You can step up on it and it's just as fine. It's a great workout just to do the step ups. Make sure you switch your legs often if you do that, right? But if you do choose to jump, you have to be like 100% sure, confident in your ability that you will nail every single jump, especially on a workout like this, because it's a lot of volume. It's 150 jumps. And after that, you're going to be doing 30 thrusters. So in the workout, in Kelly workout, it's supposed to be wall balls. So the weight is, or should be relatively light. For the thrusters, you can go a tiny little bit heavier if you want to. But for the workout for the guys, the medicine ball weight is 20 pounds. For the ladies, it's 14 pounds, right? And so even if you're trying to do it with like a lot of weight, I wouldn't go past, I don't know, 35 pounds for the guys, for the thrusters total, and like 20, 25 pounds for the ladies total for the thrusters. But lighter weight would be even much better. Like if you're using dumbbells, for instance, 5/8 dumbbells would be perfect, like nice and slow. I mean, nice and light, so it's not, you're not killing yourself. The other thing is, because the weight is not super heavy, right? You can literally use books, 2 heavy books, or even 2 medium-sized books for thrusters will work really, really well, right? And the focus in all of these workouts that we're doing at home is back to technique, quality of movement. So the idea would be to pay more attention to every single repetition. So the workout may take longer overall than your normal workout, just because the intensity right now is kind of like taking a back seat, so to speak, and you're just more conscious of every single repetition, making sure that when you're squatting, your knees are tracking over your toes. We're going to go over it, and you're on your heels. You're not moving too much. You're basically feeling your entire body from your ankles up, your knees, your hips. Your back is nice and rigid when you do this. Your arms are extending all the way up at the top of the thrusters, right? If you're stepping up, and your knees are not wobbly. They're not going side to side. So you can adjust it with slightly, let's say, lighter variation of a movement, or a smaller, shorter box of some sort, or a step up, right? This would be key, right? And because the workout is rough, it's probably about half an hour for most of us. We're going to spend a little bit of time on warming up and jump straight into it, okay? Any questions on the workout so far?
Any question, guys?
Nothing. Okay, awesome. All right, let's move straight into it. We're going to start with a little, and we're going to start moving dynamically. So we'll start with, oops, I'm going to move it here so you guys can see me. Step back. Oh, and I got Sasha with me, so I got challenge to keep up with her. First, we're going to start with just arm circles or shoulder circles, nice and easy. Just moving up with arms all the way forward and back. And we're just trying to assess and get a feeling of what's going on with our joints, right? Move your wrists in circles, elbows, right? So arms like this, nice and easy. One at a time, maybe. up and down. Good. Then we're going to go neck. Nice and slow circles with your head. Pull your head down, up, side to side, in a circle, one way and the other way. And then your hips, move your hips around. Nice and slow and deliberate, just basically paying attention to what your joints are feeling like. Then we're going to bend over, bend your knees a little bit. See if you can grab the floor or maybe ankles. Good. Then we're actually going to go down on your, knees and hands, and we're going to do basically push your arm through the window on both sides more dynamically. So you're going to go first, let's say starting with the right arm, you're going to push it through the left window, twist, and get down on the floor. Just spend a second or two, come out, and go to the other side. And reach out. And then out, and do it on the other side. Keep going, guys, keep going. I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see me. We're going to go one way. Come up, and the other way. We're going to try to do at least 5 on each side. Nice and slow. Woo. And I'll do one more. Left and right. Nice. And while we're here, you're going to go into a child pose. Right? So push your arms up, push your head through your arms, sit back, stretch. If you can point your toes back and sit on your ankles, that would be great. To stretch your ankles a little bit, right? If that's too difficult, come up on your toes. That's totally fine. Okay. Now you're going to come up with one foot up. We're going to continue down the chain and warm up your hips, right? So one arm, one leg up. Get into a long, deep lunge. So stretch your back leg back as far back as you can. Move with this leg in circles. So the front leg, move it in circles, nice and easy. Push it out, forward, in. Right, at the same time, warming up your ankle too. Then you're going to get down on your elbow or all the way down, chest to the floor. Push this leg out as much as you can. Then staying on the same side, you're going to bring your leg in and get into a pigeon pose. Pigeon pose. Stretch it out. And while you're doing all of this, right now in the pigeon pose, your goal is to create as much external rotation as possible. So try not to twist this way, but stay as straight as possible and externally rotate your leg so you feel the stretch up close to your hips, right? And then we're going to come up and do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to move to the left side. First, foot up, right? The back leg goes back as far back as you can, comfortably, right? Then move in circles, nice and easy. Right, reach down with your elbows or maybe drop your chest to the floor if that works. Keep this foot up for now. So say this is okay. We're going to bring this foot to the side and get into the pigeon pose. And externally rotate your hip as much as you can. You can also move to the side, like move your torso to the side away from your knee, right? That will create more external rotation. Then you can come up closer to your knee, move side to side. Nice. Then get out of it. Come up. Stand up. Move your hips around. Let's test, and then we'll do one more stretch, just the same sequence, but let's test our squat. Let's try to get into a squat and move around. Try to get as deep as you can. Don't worry too much about your back being straight. Just get into a low, deep squat. Push your knees out. Good. So next thing you're gonna do is grab your feet and lift your hips up. Straighten up your legs and come up. So we're stretching your hamstrings a little bit, right? Now, if you're at home, right, and it's awesome, you can, if you're barefoot, you can grab your foot on the inside. I'm going to show it to you. So let me just switch to so you can see me. Okay. So what we're gonna do is the Russian baby maker. I'll show you how to do it properly. So here's the idea. We're going to get into a squat. The goal will be to place your hands from the inside on your foot and grab it from inside, like this. Get into it. You grab your feet from inside. Basically, you're stepping onto your wrist with your foot. Now, we're going to do two things at the same time. You can push the hips down as hard as possible. At the same time, trying to lift your chest up and drive your shoulders up to the ceiling. So you're pushing your hips down while trying to stand up. You push your hips down and try to lift your chest up as much as you can. It's tough, and to maintain balance is also tough. So if you can grab your feet, push your hips down, lift your chest as much as you can, and then relax, right? You can stretch your hamstrings a little bit and try to do it again. So grab your feet, hips down, chest up. Whoa, I'm falling out. Okay, one more time. Legs and push my hips down, lift my chest up, stretch it up, and extend, stretch my hamstrings a little bit, half bend my knees, come up. Good. Now we're going to do one more time the leg sequence just for the hips. You're going to come up into a lunge, move your ankle around. Now, before we get into a pigeon pose and everything else, we're going to try to stretch the front leg forward. Stretch your front leg forward as much as you can. Hold it for a few seconds. You can move your ankle, move your foot in circle. We're trying to get into a split, not necessarily, but close to it, right? Now bring it back and then get down on the floor with your elbows or all the way down with your chest if you can, if you have the flexibility. So you're right here, right? Hold it for a split second, push it out. Then we're gonna go into a pigeon pose and get as low down as you can. Comfortably hold it for a couple of seconds, stretch it out, move to one side, move to the other side. Good, and then come up, whew. Go to the other side, the other leg, move it out in circles, stretch the back leg back out. Nice and easy. Come down on your elbows or chest to the floor. And then we're going to get into a pigeon pose. Stretch it out. Wait. Good. And then we're going to come up and try to squat. So sort of a quick set. Squat stance. For me, hips feel way better now. I hope yours feel better. So let's do 5 slow squats. So on your own, just going to squat down and stand up and pay attention to your legs staying in the same plane, so they're not moving like this, right? They're staying the same. You're kind of pushing the floor apart, spreading the floor out as you're going down and standing up. And now try to keep your back as straight as you can, all the way down and all the way up. So it's not rounding like this, but straight. And come on. Good, so the squat feels good so far. We're gonna move to a little bit of pressing to get your arms and shoulders warmed up. Grab a sip of water if you need to. I'm gonna show you with a couple of kids' books. You can do this with this for the workout. And I'm gonna move to something a little bit heavier. So what you're gonna do now is if you have 2 sets of books or 2 dumbbells, lighter dumbbells, or 2 objects of any sort, could be 2 jugs of water, 2 rolls of paper, whatever, right? You can place them up on your shoulder. Lock up your knees, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, and you're gonna press them straight up. Hold the top position, and your idea will be to keep your upper arm in line with your ear, and at the same time, pull your rib cage down as much as you can, squeeze your butt, and make sure your abs are engaged, right? You're not relaxed in your core musculature. So basically, if you are, you're gonna look like this. We don't want that. Or if you have some flexibility issues with your shoulders, right? So press as hard as you can while trying to maintain straight, engaged body, right? And we're gonna do a few reps, nice and easy. Press up and back down. Press up and back down. So here, grab this. You can do a few presses, nice and easy.
Paul, bring your arm closer to your ear. Straight up. Good.
What you can also do is you can do it with one weight, like one kettlebell, like this. You're gonna grab it in front of your chest. You'll press it up. Same idea, arms up in the ears, and bring it back down. And press it up, and bring it back down. You can do it with one arm, you can do it with 2 arms, right? So do a few reps, feeling good. Now, this is too heavy. You want a lighter one? Yeah, grab the lighter one. Now, I'm gonna go heavier. This is what I'm gonna use for the workout. It's a little bit heavier, so hopefully I'll survive. But I'm gonna do a few presses with this now. So this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna grab the weight in front of your chest, press it up, lock it up, bring it back down. I want you to do at least 5 with your working weight, with the weight that you're planning to use for the workout, right? Press up and down. By the way, while you're doing this, you can do it with no weight at all. Just press your arms up. So you're gonna go press arms up and down, and it's totally fine too. It's a great way to work on some coordination, right? I'll show you how. You're gonna press up and down a couple of times, press up and down. The next thing we'll do is a push press. And for the push press, you're gonna engage your hips and start the movement from your hips. So what will happen is you're gonna come down straight, keeping the torso upright. So the goal is not to lean forward like this, right? And not to lean back, but come down with the straight torso. Just a couple of inches. And when you come down a couple of inches, then you're gonna, without pausing at the bottom, you're gonna go down and up, and this explosive change of direction and engaging through your hips will push your arms up into the ceiling. So for the push press, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna go down and up press, right? And down and up press. So try to do it with your weight at least 5 times. Down and up press, right? You should feel the weight start traveling from your shoulders when you squeeze your butt. When you fully extend it, it pops up. And boom. And it's much lighter. It's much easier to do that way. Ooh. Okay. I think I did 3 or 4 or 5. Grab a sip of water. We're going to do the whole thruster a few times. All moving. And we're ready to go. So we're gonna jump a couple of minutes, but here's what you're gonna do with a full thruster. So you're gonna hold your weight in front of you, however you want to. And you're gonna squat all the way down. Now, and then on the way up, you're gonna pump it up to the ceiling, right? So it's squat and push press. Squat and push press. Squat and push press. That's 3 for me, a couple more, and that's it. 4 and 5. Whew. Good. All right. Put your weight down.
Very nice, Paul.
And now we're going to prep for jumping. So your options for jumping will be either a full jump, and I'm going to use this lovely chair because I trust it myself and it's not going to break, and I'm going to jump on top. Now the important thing, if you are jumping, land soft. So you're going to land absorbing your impact with your hips and knees bending the moment your feet touch the surface. So it's down. There should be no sound when you do this, right? If you're stomping on the surface when you're where you're going to, it's going to be challenging. Always start with some step-ups. Do a couple of step-ups, up and down, and then try to jump if you want to on top of this. The other option, if you don't want to jump on anything, could be just jumping in place. Just going to stay here and just jump up, right? You can bring your feet up a little higher and pretend you're jumping on top of something, like this. Boom. Your other option will be to jump over something. You're going to have an object of some sort, like this little stool here. You're going to jump over, turn over, jump over, turn over. No weight of any, no added load is required for this movement. You can jump over. You can also just jump. I mean, this is easy. You can jump on top of the socket. But jumping over something is a great idea. It doesn't have to be an object, by the way. You can pretend there's something in front on the floor. Just jump over a line, imaginary line, jump over to the other side. And that will be the movement. So pick whatever you're doing right now. Try a few jumps. See how it feels. At least like 4 or 5. I'm going to use this. I'm going to set it up here. So
Nice, Petra.
where are you going to do the here? Okay, I'll do it here. So I'll do thrusters in the front, and I'll do this here. So I'm going to push it back. So we'll do.
Very nice, Vivian.
So you jump.
Good.
Okay. And back down. Well, we're going to be running around here, so you can put it here. That's pretty much it. I'm going to move it away too. So I'll just do a couple of reps. Okay, I'm ready for this. Okay, the next thing and the last thing is running. So just jog in place. If you are running in place, your options, if you're at home, right, would be to elevate your heart rate for 2 minutes. And there's a bunch of ways you can do it, right? You can run in place just like we do now with high knees and butt kicks. So alternate, let's say 10 high knees, 10 butt kicks for 2 minutes. Just keep moving. That's totally fine, right? You can also jump rope in place if you want jumping rope. If jumping is out of question, you can step up on something short so you can move fast. So let's say it's a couple of yoga blocks and you're just stepping up and down very fast. Boom, 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 and moving fast like this. You don't need this. You just use this. Your other option, if you have enough room, in our case, we have about 20 feet here. We're going to do shuttle runs. Now, shuttle runs will be much, much harder because of the turning back and forth aspect of this, right? Because you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So that's going to be quite challenging on your ankles. If you are doing shuttle runs at home, be very careful with transition, right? But pick the option that you're doing now and try to do it for at least half a minute or a minute. So for us, it's going to be shuttle runs. We're going to go here, touch the floor, and then back, touch the floor, and then back, touch the floor. Careful with transitions, right? Touch the floor. And that's pretty much it, right? So that will be our running. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Do you guys have any questions? How you feel? Grab we'll start in about a minute. Begin the workout. I'll show it to you so that you don't have to guess. Just it's a long workout. If you haven't done long workouts in a long time, reps, cut the volume. Like instead of doing 30 reps, maybe do 20 or maybe 15. It's totally fine, right? But it's 5 rounds. First, you start with 400-meter run or 2 minutes, up to 2 minutes of any cardiovascular activity, right? Then 30 jumps and 30 thrusters. Or again, cut the volume, maybe do 20-20. Cut the volume, obviously, is instead of 5 rounds, you can do 4 rounds, or you can do 3 rounds, right? So if you're good and you've been doing it for a while, it's about a 30-minute workout. Could take a little bit longer, right? If you haven't done 30-minute workouts, cut it a little bit shorter and just stretch. Like do a 20-minute version or something like this, and that would be totally fine. I'm not going to keep it here because it's pretty straightforward. It's 5 rounds. The only thing is try to keep track of your rounds. It's only 5 rounds. I tend to mess up all the time on this. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, me. Vadim.
Yes.
Vadim.
Yep.
What's up, Erica?
Jump.
1 second. What were you saying?
I said instead of doing jumps,
Uh-huh.
30, I'm going to do 30 step-ups instead.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you
All
can do 30. Totally.
Okay.
Just go
I got
left, right, legs, yeah.
Who's gonna do box jump?
Box jumps, yes. Who's
Who's
doing
gonna do box jump?
I am.
All right, so after the running, you don't feel your legs, so make sure you shake your legs before you go into the first jump, okay? I don't want you to have the box jump fail.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna half.
I'll show you what I do always, because you want to make sure you're ready for it, and you may not feel it, you may not understand. So I've been doing this for a long, long time. Every time I come back in this workout, right, and I'm about to jump, I grab my box that I jump on.
Yeah.
They jump in front of it, trying to get my feet up, and see if I can do it. A lot of times you may not feel it, but you don't have the strength anymore in your legs to jump. Your head may think, oh, yes, I'm good, but your legs are not listening to you. So, and if that's the case, you can trip over the box, right? And it's not pretty. We've all done it. I still have my scars on my shins from regular boxes. Those don't go away easily or ever sometimes, right? So it's really easy to trip over. Make sure you're testing yourself first. Come up to the box and just go, okay, I'm good. And next time go, and stand up, right? So keep it nice and easy. All right, guys. I think we're ready to go. We're slightly behind, a couple of minutes. So if everyone's ready, Sasha, you ready? We're going for 5 rounds. I'm gonna write it down here, my rounds. I got a pen and paper. And we are going, we're gonna start this. Actually, no, I have the clock, so I'm gonna tell you. But if you want, you can run this too. All right, guys, you ready? We're gonna start in 10 seconds. In
30 minutes?
Yeah. 5, you don't need to do this, Sash. No, just press start. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, guys. Nice, Nicole. Good, keep going. 2 minutes running. Nice, Steve. Nice guy, 1 minute in. 1 minute. Good, keep going, Paul. Go, Nicole. Nice, Erica. Okay, minute and a half.
37.
After running, you guys gonna do 30 step ups, so box jump. Nice, Pat. Nice, Vivian.
150.
Petra is back. Eileen's back.
Jumps.
Nice, Vivian. Nice, Pat. Liz is back. All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Keep it up, guys. After 30 box jumps, 30 thrusters.
Oh.
Nice, Eileen. Good squat. There you go. Eileen, squat a little bit lower. Front squat into push press. Good. All right, guys, don't forget to squat, squat into push press. Nice, guys, 4 minutes and a half. Nice, guys, keep it up. 5 minutes in. Let's go, Nicole. Very nice, Paul. it up, guys. Let's go, Linda. All right, Paul, second round, go. Six minutes and a half, guys. Go, Steve.
Jumps.
7 minutes in. Nice, Erica. Go, Petra. 30 step ups. Make sure stand all the way up on the box. There you go, Liz. Keep it up, guys. Go, Liz. Nice, Eileen. Let's go, Deborah. Keep going. 10 minutes.
Oh. Oh. All right.
Front squat into push press. Good. Squat and press. Good. Keep going, Nicole. Let's go, Linda.
20 more seconds.
Okay, 12 minutes.
20 more seconds.
Hi, guys, 12 minutes in.
5. That's right. Good. Round number 3. 4. Number 3. Just ran it. Right. So, we're going to jump. All right.
Very nice, Erica. Keep it up. Nice, Nicole. Keep it up, guys. 13 minutes. Very nice, Pat. Come on, Sasha.
Third session. Third round.
Let's go, Steve. Let's go, Paul. Keep it going. All right, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Go, Nicole. Nice, Liz. Nice, Eileen. Squat and press. Good. Nice draw. 16 minutes. 16 minutes in. Soya Yale. Erica, you are in 4th round?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, okay. Good 17 minutes. Nice, Linda.
Number 4.
Keep it up, guys. Keep going. Okay, when you step up, make sure you alternate legs. Nice, yeah. Keep going, guys. Okay, 20 minutes in.
Whew. 4 rounds. Whew. Whew. 3 1. Let's go. Ah.
So Dean, this is your last round?
Yes.
Okay.
Last round.
Last round, nice. 21 minutes. Let's go, Vivian.
Чё? Пусть он берет мой шлем.
Sasha, let's go run. Come on. Good job. Last step. You should be past the stage of questioning yourself. Just keep going. This is it. You're almost done. Last round.
Хочешь, бери мой велосипед.
All right, Erica, keep going. Almost there. Nice, yeah. Last round. Let's go.
Seconds. And then we're going into jumps. Awesome. Last set of jumps. Woo! Last set of jumps and last set of jumps. Everything done? Good. Okay.
Okay, 23 minutes.
7.
Nice, Erica. Last thrusters. Keep going, Liz.
Thrusters.
Let's go, Vivian. Almost there. Let's go, Erica. "25 minutes. Let's go, Steve. Come on, Nicole. Last thrusters. Keep going, guys. Almost there. Good job, Erica. You're 26 and minutes and 10 seconds. Good job, Erica.
Thank you.
Let's go, Nicole. Nicole, that's your last round, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. 26 minutes in. Let's go, Liz. Nice, Deborah. 26 point. Liz, you're 26 and 59. Good.
Yeah.
Good job. Go, Yael.
Good job, guys. Keep it up. Almost there.
Go,
Thanks, Deb.
Eileen.
Done?
Oh, look, I cannot.
27, 29, Nicole. Go, Vivian.
Nice, Liz.
I'm done, but some people are still working.
Good job, Linda. Keep it up. Boom.
Linda.
Nice looking thrusters. Good job. Yeah, Paul. Good job. Step ups. Come on, Vivian. Pat. Keep it up. Almost there. Nice, Vivian. Yeah, you're done. Nice. Good job. Come on, Eileen. Very good. Erica, done? Awesome. Good job. Come on. You got it.
Hey, yeah, nice, Eileen. 28, 39. Yael, you are 27, 45.
Stretch a little bit, guys.
Let's go, Vivian. Nice, Steve. Done?
Nice, T.
29:01. Steve, you done?
Almost done. 5 minutes.
Good job, guys. Finish it up. Finish strong.
Go, Vivian.
Keep going. Keep going. Nice. And thrusters.
Come on, guys.
Nice, Vivian. Keep it up, Paul. Good job. Your back straight. Nicole, you done? Nice.
Yeah, I'm done.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. Almost there, right? That's it. Linda's done. Viv almost finished.
Linda's 30, 31. Nice, Linda. You are 30, 31.
I only did 4.
Nice, Vivian and Paul. Finish it up. Finish strong. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Come on, guys.
Stopping at this point. Keep it up. Come on,
Got
Paul.
it.
Squat, press. Squat and punch. Go. Squat, punch. Nice. Keep going. Come on. Nice, Vivian. Good job. Come on, Paul. Almost there. Go, squat.
Go, Paul.
And press. Then flop. Press. Yeah, nice. Last few reps. Come on. Boom. Punch. Good. That's it. Yeah.
Nice job.
Awesome, guys.
28.
Great
Good
job.
job, guys.
Well done. High five.
If you know your time, I have it here, okay? Trust.
Very well done, guys. Stretch a little bit. Not blading, so it's hard, so good outside. Again, a meal prep tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Erica will be helping us with about a few of the things that we're working on that will be coming up next week. Our nutrition, make sure that we're all on track, and we're also working with the network of gyms around the country to get to add more live time for some of you guys interested of somewhat different style of training, but from guys and girls that I know and I've known for many, many years. So that is in the works right now. Probably will happen starting next week too. So so far so good, guys. Great job. Paul, how you feeling? Alive? I cannot hear you. Let me
I'm doing all right. I noticed on the runs back and forth, when I bend over, touch the floor, I was switching ankles.
Yes.
So I would alternate back and forth, so I'm not on the same ankle all the time.
Yeah.
That worked better.
Starting to rain.
Side, which was nice. Time on.
It's amazing how the step-ups got tougher in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, step-ups got much harder. And well, I mean, there's something to this workout. It's quite a bit different from doing Kelly with the goal balls. You cycle a little bit faster through its thrusters because you're not throwing the weight up high. It's a little bit different, but it's still a dynamic movement. It's just as potent as a roll ball. Revs up your heart rate through the roof. Nice, good job, Linda. Neil, you're good? Nice. Yes, you're. Living survive, right? All right, guys. Tomorrow, same time, join us tomorrow night. And stay healthy. Walk outside. Wash your hands. Things are good. We're surviving. Awesome. Have a good day.
Guys.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
John, say bye.
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 Bye.